Kill another chicken, man. Alright, what we got here? So, dispel the containers, screw that, then there's the destroy the things. Alright, so I think we're good. Finally done with this place. So, what looks like for this one, actually? Paper trail. Okay, so just gotta keep finding these chapters real quick. This one is somewhere up top. Let's go up here. Adessa 3, another chapter from the memoirs of Galenun, the mason that oversaw the construction of Adessa. Let me see, would it be here? Let's see, Chapter 3, the laboratories. But though our city was born as a place to protect the knowledge that our great race had amassed in all its history, I was determined to ensure that our accumulation of knowledge would proceed, if not grow, once the city had been completed. And so I began construction of the laboratories. How curious it was to put up halls and doorways with the thought that this skeletal structure might one day house the minds that put an end to war, or make travel between great distances instantaneous, or make the moon shine as bright as a desert sun. It was humbling, yet it affirmed my resolve to construct a space of timeless experimentation. It is in this building that I have sheltered the creativity and ingenuity of our race, the qualities that set us apart from others. Only on completing it did I know we would need as grand a building to foster our diplomacy, and so I set to work on creating the Domus Politica. Alright. So I gotta find the 4th chapter. It's quite annoying how this camera doesn't really turn.
Bloody chest.
Hello? I'm down. That was weird. Alright, where we got this one at? Here's the Domus Politica. Could go all the way up again. Alright. Let's see, the Domus Politica. What bounty is there in gifts that are not shared? How are we to know we are graced if none are there to grace us? Diplomacy has always been the way of my people, to bear treaties and words instead of swords. As we progress in the studies of magic and philosophy, should we not endeavor to share these gifts with races less apt and forward-thinking than us? And so I had them construct the Domus Politica, a place centered not on focusing our ingenuity inwards but out. A home of scribes and letters where truce and compromises reign. The city was taking shape and our prosperity was already coming due. And with that it became clear to the need of a way to manage the trade and assets we had constructed here. And so work began on the Grand Bursars. Alright, so that's the next location for Chapter 5. I know that after this, I have the Red Marches in the tier, and I'm done with the tier, and I can move on to the Plains of Erethel, so let's go. Definitely going to be able to finish the Red Marches, very shortly. It's only one area, and it looks fairly small too, so probably move on to the Plains of Erethel pretty quickly. Just gotta finish this quest real quick, and I can move on. Jeez, man, there's so many of these chapters, bro. Now we got number 5. So the Grand Bursars. When I was an apprentice, my master gave me a piece of advice that I never forgot. He told me that the key to fostering the best of someone was to eliminate their needs. A mind cannot be brilliant if it is concerned for survival or burdened with worry, and so to get the best out of Adessa's minds, I endeavored to create the institution that would see to their needs for the entirety of their lives, the Grand Bursars. It was to supply and manage all of the city's finances, so that our scholars and Templars might not burden their great minds with such minutiae. And like all things that my race has put its mind to, the Bursars has performed admirably. We were quickly seen by merchants as far as Ruthier as a stable means of housing their investments, and our bankers were quick to revolutionize the financial structures previously employed by our society. With our needs seen to, I could see that the Bursars would only serve half of our needs, which led to the construction of the Arcadium. Okay. This has you really like going all over the place. Okay, where is it? Huh. Dude, more? Wow. There's like 8 chapters or something like that. Let's see. The Arcadium. Every city must have a market, and Adessa is no different. But rather than something tawdry, dirty, and bustling, I vowed that for the crafts we gnomes excel at, gemcraft, potion work, book writing, we would house them in a building that befits their grace and honor. And so I was determined to make the Arcadium a house of trade without parallel, a home to all the grandeur you might find elsewhere in the city. Once these buildings were underway, I felt confident to begin working on my next jewel for this crown, the Basilica Nostra. Sounds like that could be the last one. Bro, it's so annoying. What the hell is that? Wait, so I gotta go this way? It's over here. Down to the Isles we go. Yo, can you guys tell out of the way? I should have that many more.
Well, look at you.
Wait, what? Did it? That was weird. Alright, what can be said about the Basilica Nostra that could do it justice? I raised the walls and created the ceiling, sure enough, but the shell pales in comparison to its content. This is the true culmination of efforts, where we distill experiments and crafts and labors into theorems, laws, and axioms. This is where the divine transformation from experience into knowledge truly occurs. It is a portion of this city that I am proud of, that and the grandness of the Forum. So, maybe 8th chapter is the final one? There definitely should be like more than 3, I think, left. Say 3 would be tops. This could be very well be the last one. Alright, so I gotta go all the way up. Damn it. Claim Galenun's treasure. Oh, yep, there we go. Let's see what this last one says. Let's see, the Forum. The Forum would be the last of the buildings I would leave to my beloved city, and woe fills me for being too infirm to see to its completion. But here in time it will be a center for all gnomes to have a voice, to hear the words of the just and kind Templars. Here will be the central pin that holds the city together, its heart, its soul. I weep to think I will no longer sketch the plans and detail the stones that will form this city. But for you, dear reader, who has been fit to follow me throughout my journey in making the city, I leave a simple gift. There is a book hidden in the stacks of the librarium dedicated to those that wish to master the art of speech. Learn its teachings and use the skill to spread word of my marvelous city after I have passed. Galenun Hegum. Okay, so let's grab this book.
Hello, I.
And then from there, yep, this thing's still under construction. That looks really cool. Like those stained glass windows look really nice. Book of Persuasion. The ordinary cover of this book belies a wealth of knowledge contained within. Alright, done with that. After reading this book, your persuasion skill has been permanently increased. Let's see. Chapter 3 on rhetoric and its relation to fact. It is difficult to delve deep into rhetoric and the persuasive arts without first addressing the medium's inexorable detachment from fact, or, put more simply, that which is obviously true. Many of my colleagues in the Basilica Nostra are quick to dismiss the value of an education based in the study of rhetoric for the simple reason that rhetoric emphasizes the form an argument takes rather than the basis of the argument itself. Any argument not grounded in hard, irrefutable facts is not worth being made, fought for, or upheld, according to them. But there is a world beyond the syllogism, beyond the progressions of postulates and conclusions of discourses, and perhaps most importantly, there exist people over whom fact holds no meaning. It is in these times that a knowledge of rhetoric, of stance, elocution, and dramatization can reign. Another oft-given reason for the avoidance of studying rhetoric made by the scribes and aides of the Domus Politica is the insistence that knowledge of rhetoric might somehow corrupt or otherwise pollute the moral fiber of the one that employs it. Surely, such detractors suggest that just as martial or financial power stokes the flame of ambition in those who wield it, so could the power of influence wielded by rhetorician give way to equally rampant ambition. Against such claims I can only stand with mouth agape. Rhetoric is a product of our enlightened minds. To compare it with martial authoritarianism, or the practice of usury, to present it as merely another avenue for only one being to express dominance over another, is wholly absurd. True, rhetoric is a means to an end, but to achieve mastery over rhetoric, one must open one's mind to a corpus of the finest works these lands have to offer. The Misgivings by Ballard O'Ray, Decanus Carines, 25-1 supports and internalize them. To excel at rhetoric is to be worldly. To be persuasive, one must examine issues from all sides. And to those that are easily persuaded by even an amateur, I might argue that they are asking to be taken advantage of. In light of such a testament, then, in the understanding that rhetoric requires such a breadth of knowledge, how can my opponent presume to know that rhetoric will yield to corruption? How can a mind that has seen so much, studied great works, and diversified their perception to such ends, fall to base temptation? Is the pursuit of rhetorical ability not in its own way a quest for self-enlightenment? And under such a view, how could we ever assume that such a person could succumb? Damn, bro, that was quite the read. Alright, so let me exit this building. Let me check my quest real quick. Let's see, travel to Homeguard Keep. Let's Destroy the contraband is no. The tasks are just repeatable. Okay, so honestly, that's pretty much it. Alright, so let me go ahead and go to the Circle of Vanguard. And then from here, I want to make my way out of here. That goes to the right.
Take care and answer.
What the hell? Freaking Narca. Later, bro. Alright, red marshes. Fire sprites. Clear out these lightning weapon. What the hell are you guys?
Ah, and the footfalls of another wayfarer grace our ears. I'm delighted. I don't suppose you're traveling through Galette, are you? If so, I would not look too hard for anyone. There is not much left to find.
Alright, weirdo. Are you some sort of pilgrim?
Yes, we are pilgrims of a sort. Missionaries might be a more appropriate label. We serve our God and follow his will.
Let's see. What's that supposed to mean?
It was quite a miracle. A number of my order, all drawn by common faith, came to the village, and we showed them salvation. There was fire and blood and screaming, yes, much screaming, but all for the glory of the great Balin. Praise be to him.
So you're a cult. You're saying you murdered them?
We liberated them, man and woman, Alfar and human. We have delivered them to Balin, to his paradise. In
Cool.
exchange, our coven will welcome the slumbering Titan, Balin's beloved servitor, into these lands. But would he not? For right now, we will show you paradise.
Oh hell no, man! I'm gonna kill you, bro. Hell yeah, you're great. Weak as hell, bro. One of these guys are also great. What's up, bro? Some of my dude. Guess I can't right now. Eh. Here. Ja. Alright, need that. Alright, you need to relax.